In today's celebrity landscape, where every word is amplified and every gesture dissected, Justin Bieber has once again found himself at the center of controversy. A single Instagram post, now deleted, sent shockwaves across the internet. In it, Justin issued a raw, unexpected apology to his wife, Hailey Bieber, admitting that in a heated argument, he cruelly told her she would never be on the cover of Vogue. What might seem like a petty comment at first glance quickly spiraled into a cultural talking point. For fans, this wasn't just about a couple's spat. It was a glimpse into the cracks beneath the glossy surface of one of Hollywood's most famous marriages. Justin's own words hinted at immaturity, insecurity, and the pressure of balancing love under constant scrutiny. And in choosing to go public, he left millions questioning whether this was genuine accountability or just another attempt to control the narrative. The reactions were instant and divided. Supporters praised his vulnerability, saying it takes courage to own up to mistakes in front of the entire world. Critics, however, accused him of deflecting blame and dragging Hailey into the firing line once again. The debate only intensified online, where every detail of their marriage has become fodder for fan wars, TikTok theories, and endless Reddit threads. Insiders close to the couple suggest this isn't a one-time blow-up. Tension has reportedly simmered for years, fueled by fame, family dynamics, and the suffocating weight of being a global pop icon. Some even point to Hailey's own rise in fashion and business, especially after the billion-dollar Rhode Beauty deal, as a source of added pressure. Justin's apology in that light wasn't just about a cruel comment. It was about the bigger question: how do two people survive when their relationship is being written and rewritten in public every single day? The fallout has bled into every aspect of their lives. Fans are analyzing Justin's music for confessions, connecting lyrics about regret and redemption directly to Hailey. Meanwhile, Hailey has stayed mostly silent, choosing poise over chaos, focusing on her career moves while the internet speculates on what's happening behind the curtain. The silence itself only fuels more questions. Is this strength, or is it quiet survival? For Justin, the risk is twofold. His honesty may strengthen the bond with fans who value transparency, but it also exposes the instability that many already suspect. For Hailey, the challenge is just as heavy. Every time she gains ground as an independent figure, her name is still pulled back into the shadow of her husband's storms. And yet, amid the frenzy, there are glimpses of effort, small gestures of reconciliation, shared public moments that remind people this is still a couple trying to figure it out in real time. The question isn't just whether Justin and Hailey can withstand the pressure. It's whether they can do it in a world that refuses to give them privacy. This isn't just a Hollywood drama. It's a reflection of what happens when personal love stories become global entertainment. Mistakes that might have been forgotten in private instead live forever on screens. Apologies meant for one person end up dissected by millions. And behind the hashtags and headlines are two people, flawed, fragile, and trying to make sense of it all. What comes next could either break them apart or push them to redefine their bond under the brightest spotlight imaginable. Either way, the world is watching, and no matter how much they wish for peace, the story is far from finished. What makes this controversy even more explosive is the way it has spilled far beyond Justin and Hailey's marriage. The internet has turned their personal conflict into cultural currency. Every fan theory, every dissected lyric, every paparazzi shot becomes content, monetized, shared, and debated at lightning speed. TikTok creators, YouTube commentators, and gossip blogs have seized on Justin's apology as if it were a new album drop. Reaction videos rack up millions of views, hashtags trend globally, and countless body language experts break down their latest appearances. In the digital age, celebrity drama isn't just entertainment. It's an economy, one where every stumble, every cryptic post becomes a paycheck for someone else. Brands, too, aren't blind to the frenzy. Hailey's Rhode Beauty continues to trend alongside the headlines, with sales spiking whenever her name dominates online discourse. For Justin, the timing of this storm overlaps with the rollout of Swag 2, his latest album. And whether intentional or not, the drama keeps his name in the headlines, ensuring that every lyric about regret, love, or redemption is instantly connected back to the unfolding marriage saga. But here's the darker side. Media outlets know the cycle never ends. The moment Justin apologizes, the conversation shifts to whether Hailey will respond. If she posts a single cryptic caption or changes her social media profile, it becomes the next breaking headline. Fans aren't just watching, They're participating, liking, sharing, and amplifying the narrative in real time. And the cycle is brutal. The more the couple tries to move forward, the more the internet pulls them back. Private struggles turn into public spectacle. And what was once an intimate apology between husband and wife is now a cultural talking point dissected by millions. For Justin, the weight of this cycle is more than just headlines. It's mental exhaustion. He's no stranger to public scrutiny, but the constant magnification of his private arguments has created a pressure cooker. Insiders say that while he leans on music as therapy, the endless commentary makes it harder for him to separate artistic vulnerability from personal exposure. Every lyric about regret or love gets read as autobiography, leaving little room for artistic freedom. And with Swag 2 still in the spotlight, the stakes feel higher than ever. Fans aren't just listening, they're interrogating. Hailey, on the other hand, faces a different challenge. Her career in fashion and beauty demands an image of composure, independence, and confidence. Yet the constant comparisons to Selena Gomez and the narrative that her identity is tied to Justin's struggles weigh heavily. Industry experts note that Rhodes' billion-dollar success hasn't insulated her from scrutiny. If anything, it's intensified it. Every time she makes a move in her brand, fans wonder if it's damage control or an attempt to outshine the latest controversy. The contrast between them is striking. Justin often comes across as raw, emotional, and searching for redemption. Hailey projects calm, elegance, and control. But those closest to the couple suggest that both are carrying equal amounts of stress. It just manifests differently. While Justin internalizes and channels his turmoil into music, Hailey compartmentalizes, using work as a shield to protect herself from the chaos of their public life. And this duality raises a larger question. How much can two people endure when every private fracture becomes public debate? For Justin, the risk is burnout, losing himself in a cycle of apology and explanation. For Hailey, the risk is invisibility, her personal identity overshadowed by her husband's turbulence. Together, they walk a tightrope where one misstep could shift the public perception of both. And that perception, fair or not, has real consequences for their future careers and even their marriage. At the heart of all this noise is their son, Jack Blues Bieber. For Justin and Hailey, parenting isn't just about diapers, milestones, and bedtime stories. It's about protecting him from the glare of a spotlight that has haunted their own lives. Insiders reveal that both parents are deeply committed to creating a sense of normalcy for Jack, even as the outside world dissects their every move. Justin, despite his struggles with trust and emotional volatility, has been described as a hands-on father. Friends close to the couple say he's determined not to repeat patterns from his own youth, where fame consumed his childhood and stripped away any chance of a normal adolescence. With Jack, he's learning to slow down, prioritize presence over perfection, and carve out quiet family moments far from cameras. Hailey, meanwhile, has been praised as the steady anchor in Jack's upbringing. Balancing her billion-dollar road success with the demands of motherhood, she's reportedly meticulous about creating routines, school schedules, family outings, and time away from the chaos of Hollywood. Her goal, according to sources, is to make sure Jack grows up with stability, something she knows fame often destroys. But even this protective bubble isn't immune to speculation. Every paparazzi shot of the family walking together sparks debates about whether their smiles are genuine or forced. Every candid photo of Jack, no matter how small, becomes fodder for fan theories about the couple's state of mind. Parenting in private is already difficult, but parenting in public multiplies the pressure tenfold. And this is where their roles clash most visibly. Justin often wants to share his emotions with the world through music, social media, or public apologies. Hailey, in contrast, leans towards silence and discretion, especially when it comes to Jack. Insiders suggest this difference has sparked tension, with Justin accused of oversharing and Hailey seen as withholding. Yet both approaches come from the same place: love and protection. For Jack, their son, the stakes couldn't be higher. He represents the one area of their lives where failure isn't an option. No matter how turbulent their marriage becomes, both Justin and Hailey reportedly agree on one thing: shielding him from becoming another headline. But as long as their relationship remains under scrutiny, that promise may be the hardest one to keep. What makes Justin and Hailey's situation so volatile is the widening gap between the life they present online and the one insiders whisper about behind the scenes. Publicly, their feeds are curated to perfection. Romantic anniversary posts, glamorous red carpet appearances, carefully styled family snapshots. To millions of fans, it paints the picture of a couple who have everything: fame, love, wealth, and a growing family. But behind closed doors, sources suggest, the story is less glossy. Trust issues still hang heavy, and disagreements about boundaries, what to share, what to keep private, have created friction. Justin's instinct is to spill his heart, whether in a song, a social post, or even a deleted confession. Hailey, on the other hand, has built her brand on control and composure. This clash of communication styles has reportedly left them struggling to find a middle ground. The contrast is striking. When Justin publicly apologized to Hailey over that Vogue comment, fans saw vulnerability. But insiders claim Hailey was blindsided, frustrated that such a private moment became global gossip. To her, it wasn't just about hurt feelings, it was about the brand they've been forced to protect. Every word Justin shares has ripple effects on her company, on his music, and on how their family is perceived. Fans sense the disconnect too. Social media debates often highlight the difference between the Bieber we see on stage, open, emotional, sometimes chaotic, and the Bieber marriage that looks picture perfect in glossy photos. The question lingering in every thread, every headline, is whether they're holding it together for love or simply holding it together for optics. And the truth is, both might be true. Because in Hollywood, image isn't just a byproduct of fame, it's survival. The more cracks that show, the more the world speculates. And for Justin and Hailey, speculation is already the air they breathe. What makes this entire saga even more complicated is the way fans and the media have essentially become uninvited participants in Justin and Hailey's relationship. Every disagreement, every subtle glance, every social media like is magnified into a headline. It's no longer just about how the couple feels. It's about how millions of people perceive those feelings in real time. Fans don't just watch. They speculate, judge, and narrate the story as if they're living inside it. On Reddit threads, Instagram comments, and TikTok theories, people dissect every post, turning innocent captions into hidden meanings and everyday photos into evidence of deeper issues. One fan might argue that Justin's lyrics are coded apologies to Hailey, while another insists they're subliminal messages to Selena Gomez. This constant noise creates pressure that no private couple could possibly withstand. The media, of course, thrives on this dynamic. Outlets know that Bieber headlines generate clicks, and every minor disagreement is spun into a crisis. When Justin deleted his Vogue-related apology post, for example, the narrative instantly shifted. Some outlets framed it as a noble gesture of respect for Hailey's privacy, while others painted it as a cover-up or a sign of instability. In reality, it may have been nothing more than a husband regretting oversharing, but that's the trap. Intent doesn't matter anymore. Once the story's out there, it belongs to the public. And for Justin and Hailey, that means they're constantly fighting not just for their marriage, but for control of the narrative surrounding it. In many ways, the outside world has become their third partner, one they never wanted, but one that refuses to leave. The real danger of living under such intense public scrutiny is that it begins to shape decisions that should only belong to the couple themselves. For Justin and Hailey, every step forward in their marriage is shadowed by the question, how will this look online? That kind of pressure can turn ordinary disagreements into public controversies and private reconciliations into viral talking points. For Justin, the risk lies in how much of his artistry gets overshadowed by drama. He's always been at his strongest when fans connect with his vulnerability through music, but if every lyric becomes a confession or dig at Hailey, then the art risks being drowned out by speculation. His career trajectory could swing in two directions. Either fans see him as brave for channeling his struggles openly, or they begin to view him as unstable, trapped in endless cycles of public oversharing. For Hailey, the stakes are equally high. Her fashion influence and billion-dollar beauty brand depend on credibility and poise. Yet constant comparisons, memes, and rumors chip away at that image, painting her as either the victim of Justin's emotional outbursts or the secret source of his turmoil. Neither label reflects the businesswoman she has worked hard to become. If she's seen as too tied to Justin's chaos, it could damage her independent identity in the fashion and beauty industries, and together, their marriage is in a precarious spot. Couples under ordinary stress can retreat, take time, and rebuild trust quietly. But for Justin and Hailey, every fight becomes a trending topic and every reconciliation looks like a PR move. The constant gaze of millions threatens to turn their relationship into a performance rather than a partnership. And that's a dangerous line to walk. The question now isn't just whether their marriage can survive the normal ups and downs of love, but whether it can survive when those ups and downs are magnified, twisted, and replayed endlessly by the outside world. Relationship experts often point out that celebrity marriages operate in a reality unlike anything ordinary couples face. For Justin and Hailey, the biggest threat isn't just trust issues or emotional clashes. It's the fact that their private lives are being scripted by strangers online. Therapists who specialize in high-profile relationships say that constant public comparison erodes intimacy. When millions of people are dissecting your every word, it becomes harder to have conversations that belong only to the two of you. Insiders close to the couple admit that this cycle has already shaped how they communicate. Justin is said to wrestle with guilt over how his words can spiral into viral headlines, while Hailey has learned to stay silent even when hurt, fearing that any reaction could be misinterpreted as weakness. Friends reportedly encourage them to set stricter boundaries with the public, carving out moments of privacy that aren't for Instagram or TikTok, but doing so isn't simple. Both of their careers depend on visibility. Psychologists also note that fame magnifies insecurities. Justin's past struggles with mental health and Hailey's constant comparisons to Selena Gomez are vulnerabilities that the internet relentlessly exploits. Without careful management, experts warn, those insecurities can harden into resentment. Yet, the flip side is also true. Some celebrity couples emerge stronger by treating outside noise as a shared enemy. If Justin and Hailey can channel their challenges into unity, they may actually grow closer in defiance of public scrutiny. In the end, survival depends less on silencing critics and more on strengthening the bond between them. As one insider put it, the only way out is in. If Justin and Hailey can keep choosing each other behind the curtain, the noise outside won't matter. At the end of the day, Justin and Hailey's story is more than just gossip. It's a reminder of what happens when love, fame, and pressure collide under the brightest spotlight in the world. Their every word, every glance, and every silence is magnified into headlines, dissected by millions, and turned into theories about their future. Whether they come out stronger or fall apart, one thing is certain, the world won't stop watching. And maybe that's the real weight of being Justin and Hailey Bieber, carrying not just the burden of a marriage, but the burden of everyone else's expectations. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of healing, or another chapter in a story that refuses to settle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next.